Good morning. Now I'm going to address something that I've been trying to bring some attention to for the last couple of weeks. For the last couple of weeks, I've been receiving complaints from offshore workers. They are not being given or allowed time off to vote in the upcoming election. Why are these foreign companies dictating, denying our Guyanese workers their constitutional right to have the day to come off those vessels and vote? All right. This is one I received this morning, as he asked for his identity to be hidden because, of course, in Guyana, as soon as you speak out, you're being victimized, you can lose your job and all these things. This is the kind of atmosphere our citizens or people, this is the condition they're surviving under. Fear. They're living in fear of victimization. Not you. Forget the fact that you're already being victimized by your own government, but your fear of victimization by these, not only your government victimizing, but this government is allowing these foreign companies to come into Guyana and victimize, ill-treat their own Guyanese, and nobody is speaking about it. So he wrote, he said, I'm an offshore worker in the business 4 years now. Firstly, do you know that offshore workers that are on duty will not be able to vote due to, as they say, optional needs and no transportation? Also, the fight Guyanese get offshore is overbearing. Just recently, I learned that two of my fellow Guyanese was terminated from another vessel. There is nothing or nobody to represent offshore workers, and we are the one feeling it at the hands of these foreigners. The foreigners deal with Guyanese. Okay, so he's basically trying to say that the foreigners don't deal with Guyanese easy. The victimization of Guyanese offshore workers, Guyana needs to be addressed by this government. This government has done nothing to address the victimization, the ill treatment, the Guyanese workers being underpaid on these offshore vessels. This government have done nothing to address these issues, and these offshore workers has been complaining. I have been complaining, but offshore workers, since the opposition was in office, since in Total Tech, since in 2018 and 2017, these offshore workers have been crying out for representation from somebody in government. Nobody, none. I'm surprised that none of these small parties have come out, put out a statement in representation of these offshore workers. Nothing. But these offshore workers that are Guyanese, that are being ill-treated by these foreign companies, year go, year come. Why is it we are allowing foreign companies to come into our country and dictate and tell us that their Guyanese workers are not allowed to vote in this upcoming election? Once they're on duty, they're not allowed to vote. Listen, y'all oil and gas companies, y'all are stealing enough of Guyanese money. Y'all just make enough money off of the back of hard working Guyanese. Y'all just underpay them, y'all just victimize them, y'all just ill treat them, y'all bringing y'all foreigners and y'all paying them more than y'all are paying Guyanese workers. Y'all could afford transportation to get those workers off those vessels to come out and vote election days. I need these small parties and I need the opposition to address this, because how dare these companies come into our country and tell us that they ain't giving our offshore workers, our Guyanese offshore workers, time to come out and vote. These workers are in desperate need of representation. This government has done nothing to fight for the rights of these offshore workers, these oil and gas workers. Foreigners getting paid more than them, 2 and 3 and 4 times the salary that our Guyanese workers are getting paid, and they're the ones that are qualified and doing their jobs, and the foreigners are making more money than them. They don't get paid for overtime. These foreigners totally ignore the labor laws of Guyana. It's all kind of thing they're doing Guyanese workers out there, just because it's like the future of the children are in the hands of these foreigners. And this government has done nothing over the last 4 years to address these issues that are being faced by offshore workers. Now these foreign companies are telling them that they can't provide transportation or give them time out to come out and vote in this upcoming election. This is nonsense. And you see, sometimes I'm so upset that I gotta come out here and I gotta speak on everything before anybody else pick it up. Why aren't these small parties fighting for these offshore workers to come out and vote? Why is nobody calling out these foreign companies? Why Guyanese must continue to suffer at the hands of these foreigners? Why are they allowed to dictate who must come out and vote and who mustn't come out and vote? The audacity of them. Listen, somebody fix it, because this is nonsense.